It's time to talk a little football with quarterback Carson Wentz. Our conversation presented by NovaCare Rehabilitation. And Carson, hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Dave?
Looking good, excited. Hey, fifth year, amazing to think about it. Compare your emotions now versus if you can remember back to this time, 2016.
Yeah, way different. Last 2016, so many unknowns, so much uncertainty. Life felt like an absolute whirlwind. Whereas now, life still feels like a whirlwind, but for so many different reasons, from family life to having a child, all those fun things. But as far as in the locker room and all those things, you don't have those kind of rookie jitters and the rookie unknowns. Kind of morphed into that leadership role, and it looks different, it feels different, and I love where we're at as a team. I love how I feel as individually and where we're headed.
How does a quarterback learn to master the NFL game? Like, what stages are there? Do you learn first to break the huddle and then to recognize coverages and then the blitz? I mean, what is the progression?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think everyone wants to know the answer to that. And I think it's different for everybody. I think everyone comes into the league with a different understanding of the game, but depending upon how much they were asked to do in college or what they were asked to do in college, really. For me, I think I've always been a guy that just wants to consume as much information as I can. And really, I want to know the ins and outs of the defense, the ins and outs of our offense, and all of those things, and know all the details. And that's just kind of how I'm wired. By no means does that mean I have all the answers, but I think the mental side of the game is something that I've really challenged myself with to grow, because I'm the type of guy that I never want to run a play against a defense it's not going to work. I want to always be one step ahead. All right, I see this isn't going to work. Let's change the play. And so I'm always thinking out there, and that's kind of where I've really morphed as a player over the years, is just my understanding of defenses and what's going to be the best place against each given defense.
How do you not let that become paralysis by analysis?
For sure. Yeah. It's a fine line. It's definitely a fine line, and it's a lot of times it's talking with coaches and putting together the game plan each week when, okay, now's the right time to do that. Hey, this one, just run it. Just let it be. And so it is a fine line, and there's times where you can overthink things, and I'll be the first to admit that happens. But a lot of times I think it's a valuable weapon for this offense, is just being ahead of the defense in that regard.
Let's talk about this offense, Carson. What kind of expectations do you have? What do you think you know about the offense?
I have high expectations. And you know me, I say that every year, but I just really like what I'm seeing. I really trust the game plan and how we're kind of meshing a lot of things together this year, and I'm excited about it. A lot of the younger guys and new faces, and just the explosiveness that we could have. I know we got to execute it, we got to dial these plays in, but just looking at the guys that we have and the new explosiveness that we bring to the table, I think that's a dynamic that we've probably been missing over the past couple of years, and so I'm excited to hopefully turn some 10-yard plays into 60-yard plays, and some of these quick drives and strike fast.
What about Washington and a defense that you've seen exactly zero on from the preseason?
It's tough. It's tough not only because you haven't seen preseason, but it's a completely new coaching staff as well. So you're watching tape of other teams. You're trying to study their personnel. There's a lot of unknowns, and that's okay. For us, it's just play fast and do what we do, and be ready to make those in-game adjustments as we go.
Carson, there will be no fans at FedEx Field. Do you hear the crowd ever? Do you play to the crowd? What will it be like?
You definitely hear the crowd. As far as the overall emotion and momentum of a game, I think an energy that a fan base brings, whether they're for you or against you, you just feel that energy, good or bad. And so it's one of those things, as players, we're going to have to bring our own energy. I know for me, you're not going to – I get hit and I throw a deep ball. I'm not going to know based on the reaction from the fans what happened. Those are some things that or we have a big play and it's the same noise. You might hear a couple cheers from your sideline and those things, but it's going to feel different. It's going to feel weird, but we got to create our own energy. And we're just at this point, we're just excited that we're able to play, and we're excited for week one.
Carson, Doug Peterson has selected you as one of 8 team captains for the season. What does that mean for you?
I think being a captain is very important. I think it means a lot to me. It means a lot to the team and to the guys. The other thing I'll say is that whether you're a captain or not, we have a lot of great leaders on this team. We have a lot of veterans that get it. So, of those 8 guys, there's probably another handful of guys that were deserving and could have been selected as well. So I like the veteran presence and the leadership that we have from both veterans and from young guys. And I'm appreciative of it, but it doesn't necessarily change how I go about my business at the same time.
Now on to the important questions. Carson, take us into the locker room. Who's got the best personality in the Eagles locker room?
Best personality. I mean, Brandon Graham's always funny just because he's always giggling, smiling. Lane Johnson, probably the most unique personality. And Avonte Maddox is also always smiling. And so him and Dallas, I always give them a hard time just because, they're always around each other. But, yeah, hard to put my finger on one guy.
All right, and for you, what is the theme of your attire going to be on game days this year? Or do you just go week by week?
Yeah, I mean, it's week by week. I think, I think the suits and everything for traveling are kind of out of the picture this year. So we'll be all wearing some casual team suits and stuff. At home games, I'm sure guys will still dress up. So we'll see what the boss at home, what my wife thinks I should be wearing each week.
All right, and then you score a touchdown, Carson, and we've all been disappointed. There's really no signature dance move. It's just not ever going to happen? You ever going to bust a move?
I mean, I don't score many touchdowns. I throw them, and so then I go celebrate. When I score and I run one in, I really don't know what to do because it doesn't happen very often. Hopefully this year, if I spike the ball, though, I don't fall over right after.
All right, and then finally, hey, what's it going to be like, 12:50 on Sunday, FedEx Field, you're on the sidelines. What kind of emotions are you going to have?
A lot of excitement. It's the same. I've been fortunate enough to play a handful of week ones, and I know the feeling. I know the excitement. I know the build-up. I also am aware it's going to feel a little different with no fans and different things going on. But for me, I always just try and be as calm as I can be. I'm listening to worship pregame. I'm trying to just stay mellow and even keeled because I know if not, I have a tendency to get too excited. So I'm trying to balance that as well as I can. But I think everyone's going to be excited to finally get out there and play a game that we've been waiting for a long time.
And I want this to go on the record. We talked about it before we went on air here. When we win another Super Bowl, Carson, I'll join you again. I have a tat on the gun.
Yeah.
I vowed to do another tattoo
you're gonna owe me.
To be as cool as you are.
Yes, sir.
All right,
yes,
man.
sir.
Hey, Carson, good luck on Sunday. Thanks so much. Our conversation presented by NovaCare Rehabilitation. Thanks so much, Carson.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
Take care.
Eagles!